So this is going to be part 2 of our review for the quiz tomorrow. And we left off with perimeter. We were talking about the perimeter. You can find the perimeter of any polygon by adding up all of its sides. Okay? And sometimes you have to use a formula. Like for example, on a circle, we talked about the perimeter of a circle being the circumference. And you find it by doing the diameter times the times 3.14. Okay? And you can find the perimeter of a rectangle by taking 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Right? Any questions so far on those? I have the evaluation. What did I do with them? Did I lay them on a desk somewhere? All right. Well, let's see. I'll look down this. Can I look on yours so that I know where we're at for our skills? Okay. Now, we can find the missing angle, going back to triangles. There's another concept that you have to remember, that with triangle angles, what is the total measure of the angles of a triangle? Kaden?
180.
180 degrees, right. So, one of the properties that you can use is, or with that property I should say, if you know 2 angles of the triangle, you can find the measure of the 3rd angle. How would you find the measure of this 3rd angle right here? Catherine?
You add up the 48 and the box, which is 90, because a box is a right angle.
Good. Box is a right angle, so that's 90 degrees. Plus 48 degrees is 138 degrees. And then what? How would you find this angle using these 2? Okay?
You could subtract 138 from 180.
Good. Subtract 138 from 180 because we know that the total in a triangle is 180 degrees. So this would be 42 degrees. Okay? Any questions on that? Find the missing measure of an angle. Okay. Next concept that we talked about was I can find the length of a side of a rectangle if I know what the perimeter is. So this is having to do with rectangles. Let's see. I think I'll put that on this. Perimeter of a rectangle. And what was the formula again? Who knows the formula now? E equals Bethany?
2L plus 2W.
Good. 2L plus 2W. And if we have a rectangle, and we know that it is 58 centimeters. And we know that the length of this side is 10 centimeters. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, 20 centimeters. Then how would we find this one? How would we find the other measures? We work backwards, so to speak. Krista?
We know that the other side is 20 and 20 plus 20 is 40. And 40 minus, or 58 minus 40 is 18. And then divide it by 2 and then
Great. So if we divide this, we know that the two remaining sides are 18. So if we divide that by 2, that is 9. So using the formula, what we know about the formula, you're working backwards to find the perimeter, or to find the lengths of the missing sides. Okay? Any questions on that and using that formula? Maya?
how would you get 58?
The 58 will be given to you.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. These two things were given, 58 centimeters and 20 centimeters.
Oh.
So if you know the length of one side and the perimeter, then you can find the length of the other side by working backwards. Okay? All right. Next concept. Can I borrow yours, Andrew?
If you can.
And that was the formula for the area of a rectangle. So all rectangles, you find the area. That's what we did for today, right? So how do you find those? Devlin?
Huh?
How do you find the area of a rectangle?
You take each number and times it by 2.
Not by 2, by
4.
no. Look at your notes then. It says A equals that was what we did for today. Area of squares, rectangles, and triangles. Find at the top where it says rectangles. Find the rectangle and find the area.
So which width times length?
Width times length. Or length times width. Either one. Because multiplication is commutative. Meaning that you could switch the numbers and get the same answer. And then always label with what? Always label with what? Units squared. Okay? How about the area of a square? Area of a square, Michael. Look at where we're at. What would you do to find the area of a square? Yeah. And there, since it's a square, they're going to be the same. So if you know the length of one side, then do you know the length of all the sides? Yeah, so you can just multiply the number by itself. The area is equal to the side squared. Or you can write S squared. That means if the side is 4, then you do 4 times 4. 16 units squared. Okay? Any questions on that? So, That covers it for what we've done so far, and that's what you'll be tested on, I believe. Oh, no, parts. We've also done the parts of the circle, but that will be on the test. We won't take a specific quiz on that. We'll do the circles, the area of circles, and perimeter or circumference of circles on the next one.